Hey, it's the Phenomenal STEMist on Phenomenal Financial Freedom. What's going on, everybody? Give me a couple of minutes to join. Talking about mindset, millionaire mindset. And I basically am going to talk about the article that I posted on Phenomenal Financial Freedom. It's coming from Yahoo.com about this millionaire Steve Adcock and his wife. Steve Adcock and his wife, 35 years old, retired millionaire. And he discusses 6 principles that, I agree with. I am not a millionaire. Anyway, I'll stop there. I'm not a millionaire, but I want to be one. I'm on my way to being one. And it requires multiple principles. Millionaire mindset. So let's get right into it. What are Steve Adcock's 6 principles to becoming a millionaire that we should all live by? All right. I'll start with number 1. Number 1 is, and feel free to comment your own. The number one principle to becoming a millionaire, to have a millionaire mindset, it is make your number 1 goal financial freedom. Your number 1 goal should be financial freedom. And, what is that? Financial freedom is basically that you can live off of residual income that does not require your labor. That does not require your labor. Hold on. Kevin, are you saying that I'm lying to you? What's up, Kevin? Dr. Plochet, I'm gonna speak that into existence. Listen, I'm not lying. I am not a millionaire. A millionaire is a person that has $2 million in assets. $2 million in assets, in my opinion. That doesn't involve in taxes. Doesn't involve, So, or at least $1 million in assets post taxes. $1 million in assets post taxes. And personally, I think a millionaire is somebody who makes income of $1 million post taxes, meaning about $2 million they make. So though you may have assets that are worth up to $1 million or something like that, you have multiple houses and things like that. If you have 2 houses, that were each worth $500,000. Some people call themselves millionaires. I don't know. I think personally, I don't know what do you think, Kevin? What do you think? I think a millionaire is a person that makes $1 million, gets $1 million a year post taxes through investments, through any type of way. It doesn't need to be through salary, but tell me what you think, what a millionaire is. But your number 1 goal has to be financial freedom. What do you? Kevin says the average millionaire. Shout out to Kevin Plochet, financial advisor. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. 7. Mercy. How much I got? I don't know. And streams of income is anything that makes you money. So that is investments, royalties, rental income, salary, side hustles, anything that brings money. You add it all in. 7 streams. And those streams, as Kevin believes, he also agrees with me, those 7 streams add up post taxes after Uncle Sam takes out the taxes, add up to $1 million. And Adcock says the number one goal should be financial freedom. Like my number one goal is financial freedom. I have a Facebook group where all of you join. So I know all of you who are on here are also, that's your number one goal, financial freedom. That's why you join Phenomenal Financial Freedom. And where you're not a slave, where you don't have to do certain things to survive this world. I see you guys watching. Feel free to tell me where you are. For a side note, listen, my side income, feel free to buy my book, The Phenomenal STEMist, How to Prepare or Become a Successful STEM Student from the Womb to the University. It's on sale from Amazon right now. Yeah, that's my commercial. I have my own commercials. Number one, financial freedom. Your number one goals. Either you're trying to get debt free, meaning you have no debts, and you have all assets, and your assets generated income that will pay your bills. That's financial freedom. If you're paying them, like I'm not financially free yet, because like if I was to lose my job, I don't know where I would get the income to support myself for the rest of my life. But I'm aiming towards financial freedom, that if I would lose my job, I could support myself without working. Okay, number two. The number 2 principle Adcock says that we should all have, the mindset that we should all have, is that we should constantly be actively boosting our income. Like you should not be satisfied. If you want to be a millionaire, you cannot be satisfied with the salary you make. You have to constantly, every year, you have an increase. You're making money through different types of assets. Like, what are you thinking about doing? This guy said he was earning a monthly average of $1,000 through a financial website that he created. They started a YouTube channel and they were making another $500 a month on the channel. So besides what he was doing, he was making thousands of dollars on residual. Like he wasn't doing, he would post a video, post it. He would create a e-commerce site. So he's not working. The money it's making money for himself without working. That adds up. So you have to actively boost your income through multiple streams. Just to remind you what Kevin said, shout out to Kevin Plochet, KP is what we call him. Not that I'm a millionaire. Hold on, not that one. He says the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. 7. So if you're just trying to become a millionaire just by one job, it's not going to happen. It's not. You're going to have to be Jamaican like me. 2, 3, 5, 10 jobs. Multiple streams of income. All right. So actively boost your income through multiple streams, through raises. Feel free to go to a new job that pays you more. Nowadays people aren't staying long. Shout out to all the nurses, the travel nurses that came on the site talking about, Maya, you think these doctors are getting $200,000? Listen, one of my friends came to the office this week and he's talking about nurses right now are pulling $4,000 a week. Let's do that math. That's $16,000 a month. Hold on, y'all. 10 months is $160,000. You hear me? Like, find out your niche and the desperation that people have and go get your money. Go get your money with all due respect, in your mental health. I'm not saying go put yourself in COVID-ridden places, and I'm just saying that was a low, he said. Like if he didn't have responsibilities here, he could travel to Texas and they would pay him 50 grand for a month. That's what they doing. So nurses, you are correct. Those of you who are on Phenomenal Financial Freedom telling me what can be pulled right now. You got to strike when the fire is hot. When the fire is hot and your skill is needed, you need to boost your income. And you need to find ways to boost your income. I made a couple of $1,000s via a web not-for-profit academy that needed a professional to look at their website and to look at their exams and help them make proper biology exams. Because of course, in this day and age, online learning is skyrocketing. So, I mean, a couple of minutes of my time brought me some income. A couple of minutes of my time because of the situation. You got to look at your skills, find out what your skills are, and look where desperation is and milk it, y'all. Like these nurses out here pulling $50,000 for a month. Like, Jesus, I can't believe it. Woo! Kevin says the article said he asked for a 50% raise. Like, and ladies out there, I knew there was a protocol, not an article, or I think it was an interview about how women are less likely to ask for raises than men. They're more timid to negotiate. Get you a book that teaches negotiation, because this dude said he asked for 50% raise. He showed why he deserved it, though. But yeah, go for yours. Number 3, we're talking about the 6 principles that everybody should live by, but definitely that people who want to be millionaires should live by. It's the millionaire mindset. Number 3, you have to invest in appreciating assets. You have to invest in appreciating assets. What do I mean by that? You got to stop buying things that don't cost, like that cost you. My community heavily buys depreciating assets, and we use loans. We use loans to buy depreciating assets. What do I mean? We take a credit card that has interest rates and we buy furniture with it. So not only are we buying something that's losing cost over time, we are paying triple the value for it through interest. We take out car loans under bad credit. So you don't even have good credit, so you have high interest rates. And the car, once it drives off the lot, loses $20,000, but you're paying double the money for it. Listen, y'all. For what? We are buying sneakers that are worth $2, but we're paying $200. So we're giving Nike God knows how much percent increase, while as soon as we wear it, as soon as we take it out the store, it drops in value. We couldn't even sell it for $200, and it really only cost $2. What you buying? You have to buy appreciating assets. What are appreciating assets? Stock, bonds. What was it? Big baby boy, butter baby, like guns and butter, like stocks, bonds, annuities. Talk to a financial advisor. You know who a financial advisor is? Dr. Kevin Boucher. You're getting a lot of shout outs today, Kevin. Talk to a financial advisor. Sorry. Yep. Life insurance. What are some appreciating assets? Things that increase in value. Houses, for the most part, unless you keep buying and selling houses. Never forget, Kevin came on Real Talk and gave us the top 5 mistakes that people make financially, and one of which is constantly buying and selling houses. If you keep buying and selling a house, it's no longer value. It's no longer a valuable asset. The interest is taking away your money. The banks. Listen, I invest in JP Morgan Chase. I have a few individual stocks, and the JP Morgan. I'll put a disclaimer out here. I am not a financial advisor. I'm talking about what I do. I invest in low cost index funds. But I do dibble and dabble in a few individual stocks. And the majority of it is this bank right here, JP Morgan. Banks. You know why? Because they're too big to fail. When they go bankrupt, the whole world going bankrupt and Jesus going to come. So this is how the banks make money off of you. They give you less than 1% in your little CDs and your little savings accounts, and they rape you when you use their credit cards and their bank loans, car loans, home loans. And if you're constantly giving multiple home loans, those won't even be appreciating assets. What are some appreciated assets? Multiple real estate, meaning if you buy a house and you want to buy another one, make sure you pay down this one, use it as a rental property, and then buy another one. But you don't buy and sell. That's not an appreciating asset. An asset is something that makes you money. Real estate, not buying and selling housing multiple times. You're just renting your house from the bank. Investment, businesses that make money. Not those businesses where you're paying money. All right, number 4. Automate. What does that mean? That means don't wait for your mind to put money in the stock market. Don't wait for your conscious mind. I use the example breathing and calcium regulation in your blood. Let's bring it to biology, like glucose levels in your bloodstream. Like if your body had to wait on you to eat, you die. If your body had to wait on you to get the proper amounts of calcium, you die. Your body has to, when your calcium levels drop in your bloodstream, your body goes to your bone and gets the bone calcium and balance itself out. It can't wait for you to go drink some milk. It can't wait for you to do stuff. Logically, if your body depended on you logically, you would drop dead because you are so irresponsible logically. Humans are irresponsible. So there's something that we call the autonomic nervous system. When things go out of whack, subconsciously, your body automatically does stuff without your conscious mind. And that's how you have to be with your money. You can't depend on yourself to put away $500 a month for the Roth IRA. Roth IRA takes $6,000. I think it's $6,500 now. It's gone up. Yeah, in my book, shout out to my book. Hold on one second. Let me put my book out there. Yeah. The Phenomenal STEM is how to become a successful STEM student from the womb to the university. I actually talk about financial responsibility because there are a lot of people who become doctors and engineers and technicians and technologists and mathematicians, and they suck at money. You know why? Because they focus so much on school that they didn't focus on money at all. So I have even a part in there how to deal with making sure that you don't take out a whole bunch of student loans, etc. Back to my original point, that Kevin made, I say pay yourself second in the book. I don't say pay yourself first. Pay God first, give God first, return to God, give charity. And then after that, you pay yourself first on auto draft. Auto draft. You do not depend on yourself. You have to let it come out of your bank account naturally without you being there. That forces you to manage your money right. Auto, but you have to be really, really good because I don't want you bouncing checks and stuff. I don't want you bouncing checks, but you want to get to the place where you are so good at managing your money that you can put multiple things on auto draft, automatically pay your bills, automatically transfer your money to savings, automatically transfer your money to your 401k. Like before your paycheck gets to your bank, the money's going to your 401k, to your Roth IRA. I think $6,500 a year. So you're giving $500 a month naturally to the Roth. Roth IRA is tax-free growth of your investments. Meaning when you take the money out in your 70s, you don't pay any taxes on it. Like you need to maximize that. Auto draft your health savings account. That's one of the few tax-free accounts that are pre and post-tax valuable. Like you got to I think you could put $3,500 a year in that. Like off the bat, 65 plus 35, right? You know how much that is? That's $10,000. $10,000. What's up, Sophia? No, tell me you can't afford it. Then don't buy depreciable items. I don't want to see you with a new car, new kicks, new sneakers, new furniture, new appliances, talking about you can't afford to put money away in the Roth IRA. I don't know what you're talking about. If you get paid $50,000 a year, you need to put away that $10,000 in HSA accounts and Roth IRAs off the bat. And if you can't do that, then you need to lower your cost of living. Because financial freedom is the number one goal, not living for the Joneses, acting like you make a lot of money. Number 5, know where your money is going. That's kind of linked to number 4. Like you got to auto draft, right? Auto draft. That means you want to make sure that you don't bounce checks. Listen to me, Sophia. As soon as my job offered it, homegirl, I switched. Listen, HSAs are attached to high deductible health insurance. You have to be healthy. So that's why this is like a hidden mindset right here that's not listed in the top 6. You got to be healthy. Because bad health rapes you of money. You're always in the hospital. If you're always sick, if you always have to go to the doctor, first of all, you have to lose all that money going to the doctor. And on top of that, you don't get good insurance plans. And this insurance plan, I have been on it for 3 years. As soon as my company, because they offer me money to take it. So they and a lot of jobs do this. I don't have a premium. I don't pay premium for healthcare, number 1. They give me $500 to put towards it, and then on top another $500. So they gave me $1,000 to please take this high deductible cost. If you don't go to the doctor much, take this one. And a lot of people are afraid because they're thinking, oh my God, I don't want. But I go to the doctor only for my physicals. Knock on wood. Right? God be praised. That's why God, you got to trust God with all this. But if you don't go to the doctor much, your job will pay you to take this. And then you can also, on top of that, drop $3,500 in a tax-free, pre-tax and post-tax account. So if you're paying thousands of dollars in It's a health savings, and it's not a FSA. It's not a flexible savings account. I don't like those. It's just me. It's just me. Flexible savings, if you don't use the money, this is for people more likely that probably get sick a lot and have to use the money. If you don't use the money, you lose it. HSA is not like that. You could build, so 3 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, you're building tax-free wealth that then you can use on your healthcare in the future. And if you don't use it in your future, when it gets to an older age, then you could take it out like in any investment account, 401k. And then I think you will have to pay taxes on it, but it's, still. But if it's a health concern or a health cost, you don't have to pay taxes on it. Health is wealth, Sophia. That's the straight up truth. Stay healthy, get yourself an HSA account. That's what I did. Know where your money is going. We're talking about number 5. Know where your money is going. Like, look at your bills. How much money are you spending on those bills? Like, man, when I dropped cable and I'm still having a good time watching TV. Shout out to the people who helped me watch TV. Like, you look at how it adds up. Look at the small expenses. Look at your monthly subscriptions. You're trying to get away from cable, but you have all these streaming accounts, and it adds up, and you realize that, hey, it's the same amount as cable. Don't get caught out there. Don't get stuck. Number 6, we're talking about financial freedom to become a millionaire mindset. 6 principles. Last principle, detach yourself from things you don't need. Detach your things from things. Listen, the Mint app saved my life. Listen, guys, I had a negative net worth when I first moved down to Orlando. Negative net worth, meaning a net worth is your assets minus your debts. Or sorry, yeah. Am I right? No. Yeah. Your assets. So let's say I had no assets. I did not have a house. I had like maybe a few dollars in a savings and account, right? Investment account. But I had a car loan. I had a student loan, right? So if I only had, like, let's say $5,000 in the bank, but I had a $15,000 school loan, 1.5, and I had a $20,000 car loan, right? So that's negative $30,000. I'm not going to say what my net worth is now, but it was the Mint app. It was the Mint app. When I saw my net worth, when I plugged in my numbers, and I actually saw that I had a negative net worth with a PhD. With a PhD, I had a negative net worth. Man, it turned my life around. It helped me make goals. It helped me track my income, track what I was spending, realizing it taught me, assets minus liabilities. Assets minus liabilities. I was right. It taught me that's what your net worth is. So if you only have $5,000 assets and $30,000 liabilities, what is that? Your debts, your school loan, your student, your car loan, your mortgage. At that time, I had a school loan and a car loan. Negative $30,000. I have a better net worth than white folk, than average white folk. Listen. It's not hard to turn it around. And I did it in less than 10 years. I turned my negative net worth, to God be the glory, by using this very important principle, the Mint app. I set goals for myself through the Mint app. I track my spending through the Mint app. That alone taught me I learned finances. Yeah. Check it out, Sophia. Check it out. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. All right. Detach your things from things you don't need. Live a frugal life. you may have to make some decisions. When I was in grad school and I graduated, I decided to move home with my mother. Instead of I ain't no millionaire, Kevin. I ain't no millionaire. I tell you, I'm not making $1 million tax-free through multiple streams of income yet. So I am not a millionaire. I am not a millionaire. But what I'm headed to, I have the mindset of one, for sure. I have the mindset of one. I'm going to be one. Sometimes you have to detach your things from things you don't need. Why are you upgrading your cell phone to a nice iPhone 15 or whatever the hell it is right now, and you don't even use the skill? Like, are you making videos, TikTok video? Like, how are you using your iPhone to make money? Like, if you're spending that much money on it, if you're spending thousands, the reason why these things cost a lot of money is because of its capabilities, because of the capacity to do something to strengthen your life. And if you're spending $1,000 on the phone to check Facebook, then that's a problem. They increase the values because of what you can do with it. If you're not doing anything with this $1,000 phone, $2,000 every year you're upgrading, detach yourself from stuff you don't need. Like I'm using my iPhone. Yeah. Like, what are you spending your money on? Do you need it? Where are you living? Do you need to live there? Like you can't tell me you can't afford a Roth IRA, 401k max, up to the match, life insurance, HSA account, all that stuff adds up. You're like, that's $10,000. That's $15,000. Where am I gonna get that $50,000 from? Why are you living where you're living? You may want to downsize, until you can, I moved home to live with mom instead of living in an apartment while she's paying mortgage. I didn't have a problem living in a room in her home. I paid her rent, a small amount, nowhere compared to what it was costing to live in an apartment somewhere. And if I wanted to floss, I could, but what's the point? And she's debt free. She doesn't have a mortgage at all. Because she would took that money that I gave and put it straight to the mortgage. So now my family has wealth. My mother has wealth, which really passes down to me, God willing. Right? So you empower your family and you empower yourself versus going and give the tax man, the man, his money. Detach for your thoughts, Do you really need that Cadillac CTS? That's what he was spending. He had a Cadillac CTS. He had a Corvette. He had a sports bike that he paid into. Like, he was overpaying for stuff. So that's it. Six millionaire mindset principles. Number 6, detach yourself from things you don't need and downsize. Be frugal. Number 5, know where your money is going. Track it through spending. Number 4, automate your spending, meaning don't trust yourself to put the money aside. Have it come out automatically. Number 3, invest in appreciating assets, real estate, stocks, bonds, etc. Number 2, constantly seek to actively boost your income. Always make more money each year through asking for raises, through multiple streams of income, businesses, e-commerce. Actively boost your income each year. And lastly, number 1, you got to make financial freedom your goal. A lot of you already did that because you joined me on Phenomenal Financial Freedom. But it has to be your number 1 goal. Yeah. All right, y'all. Ooh, Kevin says you can make money on almost everything you pay for. Gas, credit cards. It's the straight up truth. Straight up truth. You guys have a great evening. I hope you enjoy this video. And once again, you could always see my book, The Phenomenal STEMist, How to Become a Successful STEM Student from the Womb to University. Buy it for a kid that you know, give it to them. And anytime you want to educate your child, you can find me on phenomenalstemist.com. STEM camp, STEM year, STEM prep. You want to find my book, you can find it there. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm now on TikTok. Oh my God, it's a different world out there. All right, you guys, it's been great talking with you. It's been great chatting with you. You're welcome, y'all. You guys have an awesome day, as one of my pastors used to say, on purpose. Goodbye.